Honorable Minister Jitendra Singh, Mr. Ambassador Tanmaya Lal, Mr. Ambassador John Tesleff, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues and India, Sweden friends, good morning to you all. It's my great pleasure to be here together with you this morning to celebrate a very special year for the friendship between India and Sweden. 75 years of diplomatic relations, 120 years since the first Swedish company established presence in India, and 5 years of Sweden-India Innovation Partnership. The Innovation Partnership has really become a cornerstone for our bilateral collaboration since it was signed in 2018. It is much more than a piece of paper. It is a commitment to co-creation and co-development aiming to solve big challenges in areas such as green transition, clean energy, health and transportation. It is an example of the unique commitment that both government and business have to our relationship and of the possibilities that lie ahead for our two countries. I had the privilege to lead an aviation delegation to Mumbai and New Delhi in April this year. We had the opportunity to explore further cooperations with the Indian government and the business community. India is, as you all know, making considerable investments to build new airports and to upgrade existing ones. And Sweden has extensive experiences in this field with solutions for remote tower control, air traffic management, airspace design, sustainable airport operations, and much more. There are great opportunities for collaboration between India and Sweden in this sector. In Mumbai, we met with 3 major business houses, Tata Group, Mahindra Group, and L&T Group, to strengthen business links in the aviation sector. In New Delhi, I met with the Minister of State for Civil Aviation and the CEO of Delhi International Airports to discuss ways of collaboration in the aviation sector. I also inaugurated the EU-India Aviation Summit, which focused on how we can strengthen air transport connectivity between India and the EU. And as Mr. Ambassador Tanmaya Lal mentioned, the TTC was important, and for Sweden, it was a priority during the presidency of the European Council to form even closer ties between the EU and India and between EU and Sweden at the same time. I met with the Minister of Environment to discuss how we can work together to make COP28 in Dubai as ambitious as possible. I also met with the Minister of Housing to discuss how we can strengthen our already existing partnership on sustainable urban planning. In all these areas, innovation is in front and at center. I left India with a clear conviction that the ties between our two countries will only grow stronger in the years to come. And I would thank Honourable Minister Jitendra Singh for his personal message, and I can underline that I see a bright future for the collaboration between Sweden and India. Ladies and gentlemen, Sweden may not be the most populous country in the world as India, but we are one of the most innovative countries in the world. India has the speed, the scale, and the talent pool of the world's largest democracy. We also see India taking a leading role through its G-20 Presidency, where innovation, future of technology, and taking a leading role in the sustainable to have key priority for a green transition. When we combine the strengths of India and Sweden innovation and our systems when it comes to innovation, we can create solutions that benefit our economics while also helping us reach the Sustainable Development Goals and the Paris Agreement. Or let me put me like this, to quote one of the business leaders I met in Mumbai. had long experience to cooperate with Swedish companies. For decades, he had been working together with a Swedish company in India. He said that Sweden and India, when we work together, is an unbeatable combination. Just to underline the bright future ahead based on a strong commitment and strong relationship for decades, yeah, actually for 120 years to start with the business cooperation. Through innovation, Sweden and India can take a leading role internationally. Indeed, we do it already as co-chairs of the Leadership Group for Industry Transition aimed at decarbonizing hard-to-abate sectors. As we celebrate 75 years of bilateral relations, we should feel proud of all we have achieved. But the journey doesn't end here. It has only begun. When we stand here again in 25 years, celebrating 100 years of bilateral relationships, I will be here. And I'm convinced that we can look back on innovations and co-creations that have changed the world for the better. The India-Sweden Innovation Day brings together government, business, and academia, who are essential to enable this vision. So once again, it is a great pleasure to be here this morning to welcome you all. My 7-year-old son this morning said, "Oh, Dad, are you going to India today? So exciting." Or is it so that India will come to you? That's funny, I think. And it's a great honor to welcome you from India to this very important meeting today. And I wish you an inspirational day with fruitful discussions. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Your Excellencies. Ladies and gentlemen.